Hi guys, I'm Mike. Welcome back to Our Wyoming Life, where today we have a two-parter episode for you, which is basically the beginning. We are going to be bringing our A-team, which is in the feedlot, over here to get them weighed. We're going to analyze their weights today and try to figure out when they're going to be ready for the feedlot. Then, coming up a little bit later, we're going to dig back into the Gator. The Gator is back, and you guys gave me a ton of suggestions for what I should be packing with me on a daily basis. So we're going to get the Gator stocked up coming up a little bit later. And right now, though, we have to head over to the feedlot. So stick around. This is Our Wyoming Life. All righty, gang, welcome back to Our Wyoming Life, where we like to explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary. We're over here in finishing school, which is the feedlot, which has really become a pivotal portion of our business over the last couple of years. Hi, guys. Since 2021, we have been offering beef and pork directly from the ranch to your guys' door. You can go onto our website, ourwyominglife.com, and order up whatever you need and get it sent right to you. And that process actually ends here in the feedlot, at least for the cows, where we finish them. We basically give them corn, oats, barley, a few vitamins and stuff like that, that actually gets them to grow up to the point that they need to be when they go off to processing. Now, that's become a bit of a learning curve for us, because you never know how fast cows are going to gain or anything else. Hi, how are you? What are you doing? Cow tried to get on top of me. This is Marty, by the way. She's actually part of the B team, so we're not going to be messing with her too much today. But we are going to be taking the A team across the road, where we want to get them weighed. We want to see how well they're progressing here in the feedlot. We want to see what their gains are, and we want to compare those to the last time we weighed them and see how fast they're gaining, how many pounds per day. That helps us figure out when it's going to be time for them to go to processing. I think these guys are going to be spread out just a little bit farther than we normally do. Normally we finish about 6 steers every other month. With these guys, it might be a little bit longer, just because of the winter months that kind of slows down their growth a little bit. But we never know until we get them weighed. So what we have to do is get these guys sorted off. For the last couple weeks, they've actually been staying together, mostly because we've been doing some construction and some other stuff. Are you just going to follow me the whole time? Apparently. Because we've been doing some construction and some other stuff over here in the feedlot, we've actually had them pushed together. Today we're going to separate them off again, and then hopefully be able to work from there. Now, knowing who is sometimes a little bit of a trick, but if you notice, most of these cows actually have ear tags, just like number 27 there. And I have written on my hand the cows that we want. So we have 11, 15, 22, 34, 37, and 38. Not you. You're safe for a while. Okay, so now we can get these guys sorted off. I have 3 of them that I don't want right here in the front of the corral, or the front of the shed here. Come on, get off me. What we could do is get these guys pushed over to the other side for right now. Come on, let's go. Come on, get out of here. Come on, get. You 3, go away. In the B team right now, we only have 4 cows. So the other one that's supposed to be in there, if I can see their tags, I have the wrong tag numbers written down. Okay. Number 9, 84, 16. I have the wrong tag numbers written on my hand, but that's okay. We're going to be able to figure this out. I've got 3 of them sorted out. So I've got 3, 27, and Marty, who we know don't need to go. I do believe number 9 right here is the other one. In fact, I know it is, because that is Andy, who was a bottle calf from last year. So if we can get these 4 out without losing anybody else. Okay, you 4. Let's get out of here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go to the other side. The feedlot is actually separated into 2 pens, which makes life a little bit easier. Come on. Come on, get out of here. Except for when you have stubborn cows. Come on, let's go. Get to the other side. There you go. Nope. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. Get out of my way. Okay, now we can close this gate, hopefully. Come on. Move your butt. And then we're actually going to take these four and we're going to stash them away for right now. So luckily up here in the Aeroquip corrals, which we have a very small Aeroquip corral that's attached to the feedlot, we can open up a gate or two, like this one here. And we're going to try to move all four of them into this little holding pen. Come on. Come on, Marty. Get up there with your friends. Nope. Ah. You turds. Let's see if we can get the other two. I'm gonna rethink this strategy here for just a second. Rather than taking them through that top, we're gonna try bringing them through the bottom. Maybe that'll make a difference. Probably not. We can try it. Okay, you guys. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Get in there. Come on. Come on. There we go. That worked a little better. Just a matter of figuring out how they're thinking today, which today is like a bunch of turds. Okay, next step to this process is we have to bring in the 6 other steers that are part of the A-team. We have to get them on a trailer. Trailer is set up at the end of this alley and should allow them to walk straight up and in. I say that with confidence. With our other 4 steers being held right in there, we can go get the other 6. Well, that didn't work too badly. I didn't expect them to just go jump on the trailer, but maybe we can work on getting them down and into this gate. So we've got a couple of them that are kind of going that way. See if everybody else will turn. Of course not. Come on, gang. Come on. There we go. Look at that. Straight on up and in. Now we've got pretty close quarters here. I need them to get up and turn that corner. Somebody to take the lead and start working their way up and into the trailer. Come on. Yeah, you can do it. Who's the boss here? Come on. Let's go. Nope, turn around. No, you can't go in backwards. You gotta turn around. You gotta turn around. You gotta turn around. Come on. There you go. All right, let's go. Come on. Work your way up there, guys. Come on. No, don't come back out. Just go up in the trailer. Now somebody's coming out. All right, we gotta do a little switcheroo here. Hold on. Let's close this gate. That'll keep those guys locked in that alley. There's one up in the front that went into the trailer and decided to immediately come back out, which is not cool because then you end up backwards. All right. No, no, no. Hey, come on. Get back in there. There we go. Come on. The rest of you guys, go up. walk in behind them. And close the door. Now, because we got those guys out of the way, we can actually move our B team back over to their side where they're supposed to be. And there they go back over to their own domain, and we can close this gate. And we've got our steers. We're going to take them across the road to where our scales are located, get them weighed, and try to figure out their future. Over here on this side of the road, we have a completely different set of Arrowquip corrals. These are set up for sorting cattle, for weighing cattle, and all kinds of different stuff. But for us, at least for today, and the near future, I guess, they are going to be used for weighing animals. Now, we could set up a scale. It's kind of on my wish list on the other side of the road, make this a little bit easier, but scales can be expensive. So doing it this way makes life just a little bit easier. And cheaper. So this is called the tub. It's a bud box, and basically it leads the cows into another alley, which takes them up towards the scale and the chute. So we want them to move up that way. We are going to circle around and meet them up on the chute side. Once we've got them all loaded up in here, we can start weighing them. So to do that, we have a true test scale that's set up underneath this chute. We're gonna walk them up into the chute, just let them stand there, get a weight on them. This scale actually has an app, which is super handy and will help me keep track of who's who and what's what. And by the time we're done, we'll be able to have an entire, if I go onto the right app, we'll be able to know how much they're gaining and all that kind of good stuff. There it is. All right, we're gonna start recording weights on the A team. We're gonna record individual weights, so we'll have to put in their number as we bring them up. So we're just gonna start out with our first one, which is number 38. Which, by the way, I did have the correct numbers on my hands. I don't know what I was thinking, but I do have them. Okay. Come on, 38. First one, 38, 1,235 pounds, which is exactly where we want them. We're gonna just record these as we go through. We'll let the cows out. Next one is 34. Come on in, 34. Come on. $11.25. Coming in next, number 37. $1,100. Next up, we're going to track down number, where are you? Number 15. Come on, number 15. Get on up there. There you go. Big kid, yeah. Number 15, tipping the scales at 11.50. We'll let you out. Poop smeared number 22? 22. Come on, 22. Come on, kiddo. I don't want to touch you. You got poop on you. Number 22 is 1130. And last but not least, number 11. Come on, number 11. Where are you going? You're doing the moonwalk. Come on. Number 11, weighing in at 1,100 pounds. And that's it. Quick and simple. Weigh the steers. But now we have to do a little math. So I'm a big data nerd. I like to know what's going on with the cows, how they're looking, how they're growing, and everything else. So I'm going to take just a minute here. We are going to enter in some of their weights so that we can tell how much they're gaining. Just takes me just a minute because I can use the Cattle Max software, which is a cattle tracking software. It works great. I've worked with these guys for a long time. I can pull up the team that we're working on, and I can just punch in a few numbers. So number 11, we can put in a new weight for today. 1,100 pounds. And if we create that measurement, it'll tell me that the gain on that cow has been 2.24 pounds per day. So if I want that cow to get to 1,200 pounds, I'm going to need, at the same rate that she's gaining right now, he is another 100 pounds at 2.24 pounds per day, another 44 days to get another 100 pounds onto that cow. That seems like a long time, but it really shouldn't take that long. Let's do another one. All right, here's one. Number 15 weighs 1150. We're going to pop back over to Cattle Max, punch that one in. 2.2 pounds per day. So it needs to gain another 50 pounds, 2.22 pounds per day. So another 50 pounds at 2.22 pounds per day is another 22 days for that cow. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put all these cows into the system. We're going to figure out an average where we want them. Now we did see one that came through that's already over 1,200 pounds, so that's great. That one doesn't need to grow anymore, but it's a matter of just getting this entire group to about where we want them, and that 11 to 1,200 pound range is actually pretty good. These guys could probably go to market right now, but we're going to hold on to them for just a little bit longer, and hopefully we can get them right up to that 1,200 pound weight that we want. So now that we know how much everybody weighs, we're all good. We're looking at about 30 more days is what I'm thinking, about another month before these guys go into processing, and all of them should be right up to where they need to be. So now we can just get them loaded back in the trailer and take them home. So the data that we're gathering here with these cows and their gains, and I'd like to see their gains a little bit higher. I'd like to see about 3.5 pounds per day. We have been giving them more protein, which should help with that, but I like to see about that 3.5 pounds per day. And we've gotten there before, but usually it's during the summer or even in the shoulder season when the cows aren't as stressed. The winter weather and even the hot summer weather can definitely change how fast the cows gain weight. So something to just kind of keep track of. And the more data you have, the better off you are. All right, we've got gates set up. These guys can go right back into the trailer. We're gonna bring them around. So here's another wild and crazy thing about having to move these cows and these steers to weigh them. Actually works out in my favor. They get used to getting on trailers. They get used to all that kind of good stuff. So they get used to being moved around, which actually makes it a whole lot easier when it is time to get these cows ready to go. Get back on the trailer so we can go home. Come on. Come on. Come on, boys. Come on. Come on, boys. Come on, keep moving. Come on. Nope. Come on. I love that. It's like they know where they're going. Come on, big kid. Come on. Get in there. Come on. Tell some of the other ones to move. Come on. Get up there. There we go. It's like a bunch of well-trained dogs. Well, not really. Maybe closer to a bunch of well-trained cats. Even so, it's pretty impressive. With them loaded up, we can now head back across the road and go drop them off. This road that I speak of, by the way, is actually a state highway, and is not just some road that splits the ranch, but a state highway that splits the ranch, which is, oh, just kind of a pain. One last step to do here. I'll grab my rattle paddle just in case we need it, and we need to put these guys back out into their corral. None of them are making a big old effort to get out of here. Let's see if we can coax them along. Come on, guys, let's go. Come on. Come on, you guys are all crammed up in there. There we go. Come on. Let's go. Go. Come on, big kid. Okay, we picked up a turkey somewhere. I don't know where we picked up a turkey. Are you traumatized, turkey? Poor thing. Apparently she climbed in while we were weighing the steers. We're going to take her back across the road and drop her off. That's about the weirdest thing that's happened today. Cows are back where they're supposed to be. Now they're separated into two different teams once again. We can close things down. And I'm guessing we're going to be one of the first ranchers to ever haul a single turkey in a stock trailer. If you've ever had anything like this happen to you, be sure to put it down in the comments. I would actually love to read some of the weird things that happen on your farms, your ranches, your homesteads, or sometimes even your backyards. You never know. This is about like, you know, jumping in your pickup, driving down the road and finding out you have a cat in your back seat. But at least she's riding in style. Let's see if we can find the rest of the turkeys so we could drop her off with the group. I'm guessing she's wondering what the heck is going on. I've got no loading chute for turkeys. That's okay though. Not quite sure they need one. Hey turkeys! Turkey, turkey! Hey, you missing somebody? Missing somebody? Hey girl. How you doing in here? Come on out. Come on. Let's go. Now she has a story to tell her friends. I was in a trailer with these giant furry beasts that were all trying to step on me. Big mistake on her part. But don't you make the mistake of leaving too early, because coming up next, we're going to take a look at what could be considered a brand new Gator. At least it's clean. And we're going to be restocking it with a bunch of stuff that was your suggestions from a few videos ago. So stick around. The new Gator is on the way. All right, guys, we are back here with the John Deere Gator. It is back from servicing at John Deere. If you remember, a few weeks ago, we actually had an issue where it was overheating. They went through, they replaced the thermostat, a couple sensors, and the radiator. And now everything seems to be up and working just fine. One of the great things about getting the Gator back from John Deere service, especially at CMB operations, is that they go through and they clean the whole thing for me. It's something that I should probably do a little bit more often, but it looks really nice, and it's nice and clean. Even has one of their fancy little floor mats, which I guess I can go ahead and pull out of here now. So when I took this thing in to get serviced, I actually asked you guys what you thought that I should have in the Gator on a daily basis. We got some great responses from that, and what I wanted to do today was kind of restock the Gator, get it back up and running to where I want it, and include the things that you guys thought that I should be carrying with me, not a turkey. So I've got my toolbox back in the back. It's one of those things that's constantly changing depending on what I'm going to be doing, but I do have some channel locks, wrenches, hammer, tape measure, screwdrivers, blowtorch, all kinds of different things that you might end up needing at any given time. But the interesting part is some of the stuff that you guys suggested that we should do and should have here in the Gator with me. So I'm going to jump in the Gator and we're going to take a look at some of the things that you guys suggested. So the big one, and probably the most suggested item, and probably one of the most important, is actually a first aid kit, which is not a bad idea at all. I've never carried one in the Gator with me before, but I have had quite a few opportunities to need one. So this will actually go in. We also had a lot of people who said I need a fire extinguisher, so that's a good idea. Let's carry a fire extinguisher with us. Another one that a lot of folks said was a flashlight, which I kind of went through a bunch of different flashlights thinking what I should carry with me in the Gator, and I came up with this one. This is an O-Light Seeker. If you've never seen one of these flashlights, and I know it's daylight out here, so it's not really going to do us much good, but this is about the brightest flashlight that I've ever owned in my entire life. And the nice part is that it actually gets hot the more you use it. So it can be used as a hand warmer. Probably not a suggested thing that you're supposed to do, but it's a great flashlight, and this will actually go in the Gator. I'm going to break out my 3D printer and actually print a clip for it so I can clip it to the dash. It's rechargeable. It's a great little flashlight. One of the things that kind of surprised me that a lot of people came up with was the fact that I should probably carry some sort of rope with me in the Gator as well. And I got to thinking a lot about that, because when you're out driving around, you find fence that's down or a gate that's broken or something like that. Rope can really come in handy for that. And a couple of years ago, I actually got a suggestion from a subscriber for a type of rope that I could carry in the Gator that's super simple and easy to work with. And that comes from Rapid Rope. It's actually called Utility Rope. It's 120 feet of ultimate tensile strength, 1,100 pound tensile strength rope. And it's really cool the way that it works. Let me show you. Since I have it here in the Gator, it's just in a little tiny canister. And what you can do is pull out a section of this rope. Now this is 1,100 pound test strength, and it's got a little cutter on it as well, so you can just pull it across, you cut your rope, and you end up with a piece whatever length that you may need. This could really come in handy, especially when you've got barbed wire down. You don't have everything you need with you, but you got to make sure you fix something right away. You could actually tie it up with this rope and make things work. You use that toolbox there on the back to make that happen. So the Gator has lots of storage in it. So what we can do is pop up our seat, just like that. Look at that, it's nice and clean. We can start laying in some of this stuff. Again, I think I am going to end up having to print some mounts for a few things, or at least try to figure out how to mount some stuff up. Our fire extinguisher can go in there. Our first aid kit. We'll close that down. And because our rope is actually like a little cup, it can actually go in a cup holder, which is really cool. And there's lots of cup holders here in the Gator for some reason. Apparently they think ranchers are driving around and drinking a lot of barley pop. Okay, but one of the places that I'm thinking I'm going to keep this is actually in the door. I've got another cup holder down here, and I can drop that right in there, and it's where I need it. I do have my laptop or my iPad mounts that I'm going to end up putting in here as well, so I can keep track of things that are going on in the field with the cows. But for right now, that's pretty much it. Those were the big suggestions of things that needed to go in this nice new and clean Gator. It's not that new. We've had it for a year. But everything that they did to it was actually under warranty, so that was really cool. And as far as I know, everything is working just fine. So thanks for hanging out with me today. I do appreciate it. Thanks for coming along for the turkey adventure. These boys are glad to have their girls back, and I'm glad to have my Gator back. That's it for me today. Thanks for coming along again. Be sure to subscribe, follow along as we explore the ranch life, escape the ordinary. Lots of stuff happening on the ranch, especially as we move into the new year. You can follow along on Facebook and Instagram, and you can become a supporter of the ranch through Patreon. There's a link down in the description where you can actually get extra footage, one-on-one conversations with me, all that kind of good stuff. It's available on patreon.com. So that's it for me today, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time right here on Our Wyoming Life. It's very nice to have my wheels back.